Hey guys, Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and back with another Danmachi episode review for you guys as we are continuing on with this Danmachi journey. Another solid episode here, another solid episode. Welf overcomes, I guess, I wouldn't say his demons, but he overcomes his doubts of not be able to build adamantium into a weapon, and by the end of the episode by the end of the episode he ends up doing that. So hey, good for him, he ended up doing that. We get more things about Bell and Ryu, and then obviously your typical Ryu flashback, which we do start the episode off with. Nothing really to talk about. I'm just kind of waiting for the part in the Ryu backstory, the Estrella family backstory, when they go into the dungeon, they get tricked and then they end up dying. So then we can see Ryu's whole reaction to seeing her former comrades fall. Because yeah, we get these nice happy-go-lucky moments where she connects with them and everything, but you know, I could honestly care less. I'd rather see, like, okay, yeah, I understand the bond she has with these characters. I want to see, okay, them going down to the dungeon, them getting tricked, them end up getting killed for being tricked and everything. But I guess time will only tell when we'll get that scene. So I think that will be in the incoming episodes. So yeah, but this premise of the episode was centered around Welf, but he wasn't really much of a part of this episode. Like, there's only two scenes dedicated to Welf and the other party defending it, and then the rest of the scenes are just Bell and Ryu. And the thing is, with Bell and Ryu, or actually I'll get the Welf situation off the way now. But obviously it was the whole thing of, well, the party's putting their trust in Welf to be able to defeat, to craft this weapon. So they're holding off and defeating these monsters, pretty much in a location where one of these monsters get through, well, then it's done, it's over with. They'll be ganged up on, and they'll be put in a position where they're backed into a freaking corner. And you know, we see it literally at the tail end. If not for Welf figuring out, you know, having belief in himself, having the fact that, you know, he's not only making this sword for these for just strictly himself to build it with the strongest metal, he's doing it most importantly for his friends. So in a way, you kind of get a power of friendship moment right then and there, because it's kind of Welf realizing, you know, the reason why I'm building you know, building the sword is for my friends, for my allies, so then we can go help, or we can go survive and find Bell. And he realizes that, and he makes practically this Shatterproof sword, this indestructible sword, which I had a feeling that this new sword, based on this very tough metal, I'm like, well, you would have to imagine this sword should not be able to break, which means if he is an unbreakable magic sword, well, then that's only going to heighten their chances of getting out of here alive, finding Bell, and getting out of this whole issue out alive and everything. So yeah, the sword looks really cool. It seems like he's gonna have to use people with high magic ability to be able to use the sword very effectively. But hey, the guild, our little party here, they get out of another pretty difficult situation that they're in. Now they got their magic sword that is practically indestructible, and they're gonna move on to try to find Bell. We do actually cut over to Hephaestus and Hestia. You get kind of a little bit of a comedic scene where Hestia is trying to get out of her freaking little debt she has for the knife Bell has, but Hephaestus is like, listen, if not for that knife, your little rookie would have been dead. And I know you care deeply about him, so you still gotta pay up, pretty much. That's kind of the thing. She also does make the men. Hestia also does inform Hephaestus that Tsubaki, the one girl, in Hephaestus familia, they did go down with some of the maids from the cafe to go find them. That's kind of where we're at. But pretty much with what's going on with Bell and Ryu is again, they have to actually. It's very interesting with the predicament that they're in, because they really can't make a simple mistake because that's gonna just tell the difference between life and death. As Ryu says, like, listen, the nearest save point is the 39th floor, and I don't think we want to take any freaking chances going up against some, monsters at our state right now where we're badly beaten and bruised and we're just barely getting by to try to get to the safe zone on the lower floors. There's no, or on the deep floors. There's no point in doing that. So if anything, the next best thing we can do is go up and go to the lower floors. So then at least the types of monsters we would be going up against aren't that dangerous or aren't that threatening to us to where, guess what? It could end up becoming a problem. So the fact that they have to be like very cautious, very aware of what moves and decisions they make, because the thing is, they say, look, we got no potions on us. We have nothing to really do well until they find that those people's the leftover gear from those adventurers' corpses and things like that. It's actually crazy because it's like, well, they got to rely on Ryu's healing abilities and everything, but other than that, they're kind of just like, they're stuck with where they're at right now. But they end up getting the gear off of these adventurers that are obviously were long ago dead. Now, the one thing I did not like was the fact that Bell seemed a little bit hesitant to just take the gear off their body. Like, he was like, I don't know if we should be desecrating their bodies. Like, we should just leave it as is. But Ryu makes a good point. It's like, well, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but dude, we got to get this gear nevertheless. We need to survive. And I'm like, bro, who cares if you're desecrating a body? Now, if the body was still fresh, all right, maybe you have a case, because who knows? Maybe those people, maybe a fresh body wouldn't necessarily mean that they're dead. Maybe they might be unconscious and they would just wake up. And if they were to wake up, where the hell did my gear go? Did I get my gear stolen? But these guys are literally skeletons, and I'm like, Bell, just take the damn gear and move on, dude, because it's like, because it's not like skeletons are gonna wake up and use it. None of those skeletons are gonna turn into Brook. They don't have the freaking revive fruit. Like, take the freaking gear. You can use it to survive, because it's like, well, do you want to survive with extra gear, or do you just want to go out there with nothing and lessen your chances of survival? No, take the option of trying to survive, and you go out there and you take that person's gear, despite whether you're desecrating their body or not. And we even see, Bell eventually realizes, because he sees Ryu and she sees like, oh, she doesn't like doing this either. They also had like this message that they left to their like familia, and then they made a mention about this mom. It awfully kind of disturbs Ryu because of what happened with her and her backstory and things like that. But yeah, again, another solid episode of Danmachi. Nothing else to take away from this, and I'm definitely looking excited to see where the story's gonna go. Again, sorry for getting this video out later than usual. We had a cleaning lady come over at my house, so I was practically away, and even though I did bring my setup, I was kind of a little bit lazy to freaking just record somewhere else and everything, and then things like that. But yeah, also to look forward to maybe either a community post or a video where I probably discuss why some video uploads in terms of scheduling will change, because I'll just give you a little hint. I got a new job, and as well as I'm also doing an internship as well at the time. I'm doing pretty much a part-time job right now, as well as an internship that practically might take up most of my schedule, especially on these days where these episodes will be recording. So, for example, My Hero Academia Season 6 episodes will actually be pushed back to like late afternoon going into the evening, because I'm going to be working like a full day of my new job. So I'll probably have a community post or a video talking about like a channel update in terms of like where the channel will more than likely be going and things like that because of this new job that I got on this internship. And then on top of it, I'm graduating with my master's degree as well, from college. So yeah, I'm practically, it's kind of busy when you don't really understand what's going on behind the scenes in my personal life. There's actually a lot going on and things like that. So in reality, I don't have a bunch of time and things like that to get these videos out as fast as I can. I would like to, like, if I was a full-time content creator, these videos be getting out the moment, the episode would be done. But no, I'm not. I nothing wrong with being a full-time content creator, but I don't want to say, I don't want to give up on anything that my dreams in the real world for being just a YouTuber that talks anime all the time. But again, just with everything that goes up, that doesn't mean I'm gonna be done talking anime. Again, it's just gonna be the thing where, okay, this stuff might get in the way to where certain reviews get put on the back burner because I'm kind of busy. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a tease. I'll go more in depth in either a community post or a video, more than likely probably a video. But yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Danmachi, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Danmachi content or any other anime content I upload to the channel and things like that. But till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day, night, or day, night, or whatever. Till then, guys, peace.